Hello, everyone. In this video, I'm focusing on VMware Workstation Pro, and we're focusing on the networking, especially the differences between bridge, NAT, and host only. So as you can see, bridge, when you um, have a VM on your VMware Workstation Pro, by default, your network configuration is NAT. We're going to start with NAT and then we come back to um, bridge. So NAT, that means that you have actually a kind of router here under VMware Workstation that gives the IP address to your VMware or VMs. So the thing is that you can change this network configuration. As you can see, you can reach to the internet from here, from the NAT. And we are using for this one, if you want to have, for example, your VM wants to reach to the internet, or you want to have a specific IP address and you want to contact with the other VMs also, we are using NAT. So let's see how NAT works. So like if I have this VMware Workstation, that's Kali, that's an operating system that I have. If I go under settings, you see that this network adapter is here NAT, and you see that used to share the host IP address. So let's see how does it work. So if I power on this Kali operating system, um, it can be any operating system actually. Kali is like a sample, um, and it works. The scenario that I'm saying here, it works with the other VMs. So look, I want to show you my um, Windows IP address. So this is my Windows operating system IP config. So this is my main IP address that I have here that I get from my modem at home. So that's 10.0.0.71, right? So that IP address actually um, is my host IP address. So now let's look at this Kali IP address. So if you look at the Kali IP address, if config is, sorry, this one, maybe I set it as a static IP address. So let me set it as a DHCP, and then I receive IP address from DHCP. So let me set, yeah. Now check the IP address. If config, look, the IP address is 192.168.80.134. So compare with this IP address, 10.0.0.71. They are not in the same subnet. So that's why this one is called NAT. So look, you can also have internet. So this IP address actually is gonna be translated to the default gateway. And why the IP address is coming 192.168.80.134? So the most of configuration coming from this virtual network editor. So if you look at here, if I click on, yeah, this virtual network editor, so change the settings. I'm going to change the settings here, bringing here. So look, VMNet 8 usually is set for NAT. And the range of IP address, look, is 192.168.80. So you can change this IP address. So this is like your DHCP server that you have under VMware. So let's say I want to have this one as 60. Then all of my range of IP address is going to start from, for example, 60. So if I apply this one, And my NAT setting will change. Look, now is 192.168.60. Also here, it's gonna start from 128 to 254. These settings, you can change the start and the ending of the IP address. Is up to you how you want to change it. And there are some sort of settings for NAT here. You connect the host virtual adapter to this network. So VMnet 8, if you look at NCPA.cpl, let me show you just my network adapters. So this is my network adapter. VMnet 8, this one is set for NAT. Basically, this is your gateway, 192.168.61. So if you look at check now, Kali disconnected and connected again. So if you check your IP address, if config, so look now, your starting IP address is going to be 192.168.60.128. And you're able to ping 192.168.60.1. That's your gateway, actually. So you see that most of configuration is coming from here. So NAT is very good if you have a VMs and you want to give them IP address, but it's not important for you to be on the same range of your network, your physical network adapter. Uh, so as I said, this configuration also is here. You can change this configuration if you want. So now let's look at the next one that we have is bridge. And bridge, actually, you're receiving IP address in the same range of your physical network adapter. So whatever my physical network adapter is, then the range of my VM's network adapter is going to be the same as the physical adapter. Let's look at, again, this scenario. Now I'm going to go here and change my settings to bridge. Okay, so now if I disconnect this one and connect it again, it's trying to receive the IP address. So if I check the IP address, if config 10.0.0.27, compare your physical network adapter with this VM's IP address. They are in the same range, right? So also from here, ping 110.0.0.27, I can ping the Kali. So it's very good. If you want to do a networking, but you want your VMs be on the same range of your physical network adapter. So it's very good. Like if I, for example, if I enable some services here, start SSH, and if I start also Apache 2, I just want to show you how we can use bridge. Look, now if I come back to my Windows operating system and say SSH to this IP address 10.0.0.27, right? 27. Then I can reach to Kali. This is my Kali. Look, from Windows, I can reach to my Kali. And here also, if you open your browser, for example, if I open the browser, bring it here and type 10.0.0.27. There you go. I can reach to Apache. And this is my Kali, actually, that I enable Apache 2 services here. So you see, you can do a lot with the bridge because bridge is in the same range of your network adapter and is receiving actually this IP address from your modem. So my modem gives the IP address, if I exit, to my laptop, to my phone, to whatever I have here in the network. So this Kali also got that IP address from my modem. But there are some configuration also in the virtual network editor. So if you look at here, you can select which network adapter you want to bridge your network. So imagine if you have, for example, four network adapters, four physical network adapters. So let's see. I have this network adapter that's Ethernet. Also have this one as wireless connection. So now here I can select which one I want to be as my bridge network interface. And if I select automatic, automatically it will detect the um, modem, and it will receive an IP address from the modem. But the performance, if you, in terms of internet connection, here also you can reach to the internet. Look, you can reach the internet. But the performance of a NAT in terms of internet connection is better than bridge. So as I said, bridge, it can be used like a VM. For example, you have a VM, you have a server on the VM, you have some data, or you want to make that server as a SSH server, data server, whatever you call it. And then you want to see this server in the network, then bridge is going to be used. So let's look at the last one, host only. Host only, it is only for the host, like the VMs. So you have connectivity between the VMs. So let's look at this scenario. So if I look at my Kali again here, if I bring this one settings to host only, and then from here, let's see if I disconnect this one, because this one should receive an IP address again. I think he got it. So if config, so the range of IP address is different because the settings of a host only is coming from this range of IP address. You see that host only also has a DHCP server. If you want to disable DHCP server, you can use this one. And then it doesn't give you any IP address. By the way, host only uses this network adapters, this VMnet 1. And VMnet 0 actually is used for, you see that VMnet 0 is bridge, VMnet 1 is host only, and VMnet 8 is NAT. So same as NAT, you can change the configuration of a DHCP if you want to be in the other range. And here also, that's between the VMs. If you have, for example, two VMs, they can have a connectivity between this VM and another VM. Okay. So let's look at the performance. If you have a host only PC with host only NAT and bridge, you see that performance of the NAT is high. This one is low. If you have a PC host, you don't have a connection with the host. Here with connection with the host, and you bridge, you have a connectivity with the host. Physical network adapter, you don't have a connection with it. You see that under host and NAT, you don't have a connectivity with your physical network adapter. But under bridge, you have a connectivity. Let me show you. For example, if I want to ping, now is host only, right? If I ping 192, this IP address. Ping 192.168.202.128. So you see that I have ping. If you see that that's connection between my virtual host to this VMnet 1 that I have here, okay? So DHCP, you see that we have under NAT and host only. This DHCP is going to be provided by bridge. And then internet connection. If you want to reach to the internet, let's see, we have internet at ping 4224. We don't have a connectivity here. So it's not under host only, we don't have a connectivity, but under NAT and bridge, we have an internet connection. So here also the bridge interface, VMNet 0, VMNet 8, and VMNet 1. Let me have two virtual machine. So if I duplicate this machine, basically, this machine is located under Kali, right? This path. Let me locate this one. So this one is a Kali that I have here. I'm gonna create another folder. So that's zip file, Kali number 2, and extract this file here. I'm creating new Kali. But if you don't know how to create a VMs under VMware, so basically this link is very good. I'm gonna show you here. So VM network images. So that website actually, maybe, VM images. Oh, that shows only, let me go to Google and search that one, VM network images. Um, that was a website that we had only VMware images, VM images, maybe. So then yeah, this one, Linux VM images, then you have different type of images that you can download from this link, like Ubuntu. So it has VirtualBox and VMware. If you want to download VMware image, you just download this one. So you access to many of these images here, and then you can download and use it on the VMware. Also, you can use from the website, official website of each distribution. This one, the benefit of this website is that it doesn't need any installation. You just extract that and then you use it. So that's Kali number 2. And then that's my Kali number 2 that I'm loading here. I rename this one to Kali number 2. And also this one is renaming this one to Kali number 1. Okay. So this one is host only, right? So I'm gonna bring this one also to host only. Host only. So then turn on the Kali number 2. Let's see what is the IP address. And then we can understand that how you can have a connectivity between the VMs. Also, there are different options. This is like the option that we have here, and you can use it. Okay. So username is Kali, password also is Kali. So if I check the IP address here, if config, this one is 192.168.202.129. This one is 202.128, right? So you can ping 192.168.202.128, like that. Okay. So this way, actually, you can ping your VMs and have a connectivity. But this one also doesn't have connectivity to the internet. You see that you cannot reach the internet. So host only is used only when you want to have a connectivity between the VMs. If you don't want to have an internet, then host only is going to be used. Okay, these are three types that usually we are using, but if you look at the VMware settings, also we have custom VNet. A custom VNet is like that. For example, you create a custom VMnet with the available VMnet that you have. We have 19 or 20 VMnets. 0, 1, 8 is used. And for example, we can use VMnet 19 for Kali number 1. Okay. And then I can use VMnet 19 also for Kali number 2. Now I have a connectivity, custom connectivity between Kali 1 and Kali 2. And here, you don't have a DHCP. You're not receiving IP address from DHCP. So you should have a manual setting, manual IP address. So you can go here and, for example, for Kali 1, set the IP address as 192.168.11/24. And then this is for Kali 1. And for Kali 2 also, you can go and set the IP address as 192.168.12/24. Okay. Then look, now the Kali 1 is 192.168 11, right? You can ping 11. Easily you can ping 11. So this is custom VMnet that you created for these two networks. Still, you don't have ping 4224. You can't ping the internet. That's only for VMs. You create custom network. It's the same as host only, but this one is a custom one. It happens that, for example, you have a firewall. One of the interface of the firewall wants to be on the same VMnet as your VM. And then you use this custom network. And then we have LAN segment. That LAN segment is like a switch layer 2 that you're connecting VMs through this layer 2 switch. So here, LAN segment, you can add any name, for example, my network, for example. Then click OK. So I put this one as my network, this Kali. So click OK. And for example, this one, Kali 2, also, I put it as the same segment, my network. And then you have a connectivity. Still, you should set your own IP address that we have it. So then you can ping 192.168.11. But you don't have, again, connectivity with outside. Okay. So I just summarized everything that we did. Under LAN segment, custom network, host only, we don't have a connectivity to outside. It's just for connectivity between the VMs. If you want to have like a VM connectivity, or you want to share a specific IP address between two VMs, then you're using two or multiple VMs. And just in this example, we have two VMs, but you can have a multiple VMs as well. Bridge, the IP address is the same as your physical address. So my physical address here is 10.0.0.71. So when I set this network adapter as a bridge, it will receive in the same range. So that means that now this VM is going to be in my network, my physical network that I have. NAT stands for network address translation. That means that we have a kind of translation. It's like a translation of IP address to the router IP address. So under NAT and the bridge, you can reach the internet. You can have internet connectivity. Under NAT, the performance of the internet is better. So that concludes this video. I hope it has been informative for you guys, and thanks for watching.